Hi guys, we're back down to finishing off the brakes this morning. I done the front brake yesterday and I done the sidecar brake yesterday. The rags are there while I'm bleeding it. I can lift that one out of the way there. You can see the calipers under there. Just literally to protect it, just in case we get any stray drips. That was my biggest fear, because stray drips could possibly damage my paintwork, which I don't want. So that's why they're there. The front brakes are now done. All I've left now is the reservoir here, which is the one for the back brake for the bike. So that'll be sorted today. That's the only fluids then that are left to do are this one here, this can here, and that's going in there. That's the rear diff. Take that cap off there and just fill that up with oil. So that'll be done at some stage later on today. So that's pretty much all the fluids then done. So we're down to testing then after that. So hopefully all going well. This is the last big job that's left on the bike build. I'm waiting on some help to someone to give me a hand with the brakes. Jen will be pumping the brakes later on for me so I can actually bleed them. There's a small bit of air still in the system, so they're not quite right yet. So I'm going to stick to this for now. This has been painted the same paint effect that I put on the sidecar. Kind of like a mottled effect. You see it there down the side. So same colour and all. So it should be nice. It should be really nice, blending with everything else. At the moment, I've taken off the brackets for the belt and taken off that belt. I won't be using that belt again because it's not the right colour. Vitek, when he made the seat for me, he made this really nice belt. So that's going to go on there. So that buckle will be going on it. So what I'm going to do now is I'll be masking off all of this and putting the same paint effect on that. Right, giving you a bit of a lesson here on giving this thing an oak effect finish. This was an ordinary pine. It's the box for the back of the sidecar. A couple of people have asked me to do a quick demo on what I do to get the paint effect that I get. Right, all these that are masked off here, they're all the brass bits, the brass corners that I'd actually made for it. So what I'm actually going to do is anything to here that's orange, except for the inside of it, is going to be in oak effect. Now, the lid will be done in the actual proper nice grain, but this is just going to be the base oak. So it's straightforward and easy enough to do. Right, the basic orange colour, any kind of a rusty orange colour will do as a base, because you'll see why in a second. So get yourself some sort of a rusty orange finish. It has to be a satin finish. It can't be a matte finish, because otherwise you'll have no time, because as soon as you put the actual the oak colouring on, it'll just soak straight in and you won't be able to work with it. So it has to be a matte finish. Give it a light sand, don't knock up any nibbles, but don't take too much of it off, because you need, and don't roll it on, because if you brush it on, the brush will leave some texture. So at least when the whole art is finished, it'll leave it slightly rough to the touch. There'll be a bit of a texture feeling in it, which will give a better effect, a better wood effect. Couple of things you're going to need. This guy is called a flogger. You're going to need something, a brush, a long bristle brush. These are cheap enough to buy them. Go into any art and craft store and you'll get that. You need this stuff. This is called scumble. Again, arts and crafts places will have plenty of this. And you need stuff called raw umber. This costs, I think, about £3 or £4 inside an arts supply place. So the materials are cheap enough. I use old tiles for mixing body fillers and for mixing as a paint palette. They're handy, and they're free. So I use them. Put a bit of scumble on, mix a bit of the umber, just mix the two of them together. Simple as that. Nothing fancy about it. Lash it on. You don't have to be too fancy with it, because it's not going to. This isn't a finished job. So literally just chuck it on, like so, until you got a kind of it basically so it covers everywhere. That's all you want. Like so. As you can see now, that's fairly well covered. I'll do this top rim as well. I'm not doing the inside of the box. There's no point. So I'm just going to do the top of the rim here. Just give that a kind of rub across like so. No, that's literally all it is. It doesn't, like I said, doesn't have to be perfect. The job here is for this guy. Literally just like that. That's why it's called a flogger. And you keep going with that until you get a kind of a nice, kind of a uniform finish. There will be some oddities in it, but that's fine. That adds to the look. So that's what you have. It's literally that simple. Give the top another wallop like so, and that'll give the top edge a nice effect, which will flow in from the front. So that's it, guys. It is literally that simple. Right, I've gone from just that plain orange now that you see on the inside there, which is all that's actually going to be on the inside because it's only for storage, to now what we have now is we have a textured effect on the outside, which is the base coat for the oak. I'll give a quick look at the lid. Right, that's the lid done now. So you give an idea, that gives you, it does a nice kind of a wooden look appearing to it already. But the effect that I'm after is the same effect that I have on the sidecar there. It's basically the same thing, to give you a wood effect. And as you can see now, tomorrow now, see the wood effect is up the side there. Tomorrow now, the job I'm doing is that. So I'll give you a quick look at it and show you how I done it. Okay. So this is going to stay dry for tonight now because it's still quite soft. So I'll tackle that tomorrow. Okay. Right, I'm indoors today because the shed is that cold. The paint's not drying, so I said I'd move indoors and take over the dining room table and do my box. What I'm actually doing is I've decided I've actually all the base already done. I showed you that the last day. You can see it there. See the effect that's on that. On the box itself, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an old-fashioned diamond-shaped inlay. So what I'm going to do is cover the whole thing in masking tape. I'm then going to cut a diamond sort of in the middle of here, and I'm going to do my mahogany inlay wood effect in the diamond, so that you'll have this effect all around the outsides, sort of on all four corners, and you'll have the diamond with the actual board, with the board pattern in the middle, and I'll border that in gold. So hopefully that'll work out quite nice. Right, that's the effect now that I was after. We have the mottled, just the ordinary wood grain effect on the side here now, and we have the mahogany grain up the middle. So I'll be peeling all this off now, and there'll be a couple of coats of lacquer going on it, and then there'll be a gold border going all around the actual inlay here. So that's the effect that I'm looking for. So it looks pretty good. So I'm quite happy with that. Right, that's stage 2 of my box done. As you can see, I'm after doing the graining in a kind of a diamond shape. You can see it there now. I have it on all four sides, and I've done it on the lid as well. Now you're wondering what's going on here. I want to make this look old and look rustic, so I haven't actually done any filling on this because I want the box to look old. And the only way, like, I don't want any sort of imperfections left out, so that's why everything is as it is. So what I've got to do now is, the next job now is across here, I'm going to put gold border to seal all this in, and then it'll be finely lacquered in. So there'll be about 12 to 14 coats in it by the time to be all finished. Right, spurred on by my gas heater that's now working and keeping me nice and warm, I decided I'd finish off the box today. So it's completely finished now. The belt is done. I'm very, very happy with it. It looks really good. So what I've got left to do now, there you go, I have a good sort of a look around it. And I can turn it around. 1 second now. And we have the same on the back. So I have to say, no, I'm very, very happy with this. It'll really suit the whole look of the trike of the sidecar that I'm after. So guys, that's it for now. All I've got left now to do is to fit this thing, and a couple more bits and pieces to sort out, and then we can start thinking about getting this bike, this yoke. We can start thinking about getting this off of the stands and getting it on the ground. Okay, so that's it for now, guys. See you later. Bye bye.